Hey, son. How's it going? Have a seat. We need to talk about your future academic and work life.
Sure, Dad. What's on your mind?
You know how important it is to have a plan for your future. I think it's time we start talking about your goals and what you want to achieve.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. I'm not really sure about what I want to do yet.
Well, that's perfectly fine. You don't need to have all the answers right away, but it's important to start exploring your options and figuring out what you're interested in.
I agree. I've been looking into a few different fields, but I'm still not sure.
That's okay. Let's start by talking about your academic goals. What kind of degree do you want to pursue?
I've been thinking about going into engineering or computer science.
Those are both great fields with a lot of opportunities. Have you talked to any professionals in those fields to get an idea of what the work is like?
No, not yet.
Well, that's something you should definitely do. Reach out to people in those fields and ask them questions about what they do, what they like about it, and what challenges they face.
That's a good idea. I will start doing that.
Also, consider looking at job postings in those fields to get an idea of what employers are looking for in terms of qualifications and experience.
That makes sense. I will start looking at job postings too.
And don't forget about internships. They're a great way to get real-world experience and make connections in the industry.
Yeah, I've been looking into those too. It seems like a good way to get my foot in the door.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about your work life. What kind of work environment do you see yourself in?
I'm not sure. I've never really thought about it.
Well, that's something you should start thinking about. Do you see yourself working for a big corporation, a small startup, or maybe even starting your own business?
I've never really thought about it that way. I guess I've always assumed I'd work for a big corporation.
There's nothing wrong with that, but keep in mind that there are other options out there. You might find that you prefer the dynamic environment of a startup or the autonomy of running your own business.
Yeah, I can see that.
And don't forget about the importance of work-life balance. It's important to find a job that allows you to pursue your interests outside of work.
That's something I've been thinking about too. I don't want to work all the time.
Good for you. Remember, it's not just about the money. You want to find a job that you enjoy and that allows you to live the life you want.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so let's recap. You're interested in pursuing a degree in engineering or computer science. You're going to start talking to professionals in those fields, looking at job postings and exploring internships. And you're going to start thinking about the kind of work environment you see yourself in and the importance of work-life balance.
Yeah, that summarizes it all. Thanks for the advice, Dad.
No problem, son. Remember, this is your future we're talking about.
I know, and I appreciate your guidance. It can be overwhelming trying to figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life.
I know it can be, but it's important to take the time to explore your options and make informed decisions. And remember, your career path may not be linear. It's okay to change your mind or take a different direction along the way.
That's reassuring to hear. I've also been thinking about the importance of soft skills in addition to technical skills.
That's a great point. Soft skills like communication, teamwork, and problem-solving are essential in any field. Make sure to develop those skills in addition to your technical skills.
I will. And I've been thinking about the value of networking as well.
Networking is crucial in any industry. Make connections with professionals in your field, attend industry events, and join relevant organizations or clubs.
I'll definitely do that. And what about graduate school?
That's something to consider down the road. Depending on your career goals, a graduate degree may be necessary or beneficial, but don't feel like you have to decide on that right now.
Okay, that makes sense.
And finally, I want to remind you that your education and career path are just a part of your life. It's important to prioritize your personal growth, relationships, and well-being as well.
I appreciate that reminder. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget about the other important things in life.
Exactly. Your career should enhance your life, not consume it. And remember, I'm here to support you every step of the way.
Thanks, Dad. I feel a lot more confident and excited about my future now.
I'm glad to hear that. Let's keep the conversation going and continue to explore your options and goals together.
Definitely. I feel like I have a lot to think about and research now, but I'm ready to take on the challenge.
That's the spirit. Just remember to stay true to yourself and what you're passionate about. Don't let anyone else's expectations or opinions sway you from pursuing your dreams.
I will. I've learned that it's important to prioritize my own happiness and fulfillment over what others think is best for me.
Exactly. And while you're exploring your options, don't be afraid to try new things and step outside of your comfort zone. You never know what opportunities or passions you might discover.
That's a great point. I'm definitely open to trying new things and taking risks.
That's the mindset you need to have. And as you move forward, don't forget to set goals and create a plan for achieving them. It's important to have a clear direction and purpose in your academic and work life.
I agree, and I think having a plan will also help me stay motivated and focused.
Definitely. And don't forget to celebrate your successes and learn from your failures along the way. They're both important parts of the journey.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for all of your guidance, Dad. It means a lot to me.
Of course, son. I'm always here for you, no matter what. And I can't wait to see where your future takes you.
Me too, Dad. It's exciting to think about all of the possibilities.